Welcome back to Little English Studio, your calm corner of the internet where we explore the world's most surprising and extraordinary places using simple and beautiful English. Today, we travel to the dramatic mountains of Chile, where a town like no other once clung to the cliffs of the Andes. A place of color, courage, and unbelievable human endurance. A place built for one purpose, to chase copper buried deep beneath the earth. This is the story of Sewell, the legendary mining town in the sky. High in the central Andes of Chile, at more than 2,000 meters above sea level, lies one of the most unusual human settlements ever created. Perched on narrow mountainsides, surrounded by snow, wind, and deep valleys, the town of Sewell rises like a colorful dream above the rocks. Its wooden houses, painted in bright reds, blues, greens, and yellows, climb the steep landscape in tight rows. No cars ever drove here. No wide roads were possible. Instead, the entire town was connected by an endless maze of staircases, giving Sewell its famous nickname, the City of Stairs. Sewell was born in the early 20th century, during a time when the demand for copper was exploding around the world. This region of Chile sits on one of the richest copper deposits on Earth, a massive ore body known as El Teniente, meaning the lieutenant. Mining companies realized the enormous value hidden in the mountains, but the location was so remote and so unforgiving that building a town there seemed almost impossible. Yet in 1905, the American engineer William Braden decided to try. His vision was to build a complete industrial town in a place where almost nothing could survive on its own. With determination, thousands of workers, and an enormous amount of courage, Sewell slowly grew on the cliffs, step by step, house by house, staircase by staircase. Life in Sewell was unlike life anywhere else. The town was isolated from the rest of Chile, reachable only by a small mountain railway. Winters were brutal. Snowstorms could trap residents for days. The air was thin, dry, and cold. But inside the town, everything was designed to support the workers and their families. There were schools, clubs, a church, a hospital, a swimming pool, and even a social hall where people danced, watched films, and celebrated holidays. The workers came from all over Chile. Many brought their wives and children with them, creating a lively community filled with music, laughter, and everyday routines. Despite being built for a mine, Sewell often felt more like a cheerful mountain village than an industrial camp. The bright colors of the houses were chosen to contrast the harsh environment, giving residents a sense of warmth and belonging in the cold, quiet mountains. But beneath the vibrant surface, life was also hard, dangerous, and often heartbreaking. The El Teniente mine was one of the deepest and largest underground mines in the world. Miners spent long hours working with heavy machinery, explosives, and dust. Accidents were common. Some days the mountain echoed with the sounds of drilling and blasting. Other days it echoed with silence as families mourned the loss of loved ones. The most tragic moment in Sewell's history came in 1945, when a massive fire swept through one of the mine entrances, killing 355 workers. The disaster shocked the nation and left a deep scar on the community, becoming one of the worst mining tragedies in Chilean history. Yet the town endured, rebuilt, and continued to grow. At its peak, Sewell housed more than 15,000 people, becoming a symbol of Chile's industrial strength and the global importance of copper. Copper from El Teniente was essential for electricity, communication, transportation, and global development. During World War II, the mine's production became even more critical, supplying materials needed by Allied nations. Sewell was no longer just a mountain town. It became a strategic hub in shaping the modern world. By the 1960s and 70s, modern roads and technology made it possible to move workers closer to urban areas. Slowly, the town began to empty. Families were relocated, buildings were closed, the staircases fell quiet, and by 1977, Sewell was officially abandoned. The colorful town on the cliffs became a ghost city, left behind by the very industry that created it. But the story didn't end in silence. Instead, a new chapter began. Chile recognized the cultural and historical importance of the town. Restoration efforts started. Historians, architects, and former residents worked together to preserve the wooden houses, the stairways, and the memories held within the walls. Then in 2006, UNESCO declared Sewell a World Heritage Site, calling it an outstanding example of an early industrial company town and a rare monument to human adaptation in extreme environments. Today, Sewell stands as a time capsule of the 20th century. Visitors climb the same staircases workers once used. They walk past the brightly painted homes and feel the echoes of a community built on hope, hardship, and determination. From the balconies, The view stretches endlessly across the Andes, reminding us how remote and improbable the town truly was. Sewell teaches us that human beings can build extraordinary things even in the most unlikely places. It reminds us of the sacrifices workers made, the dreams that shaped nations, and the colorful resilience of people living on the edge of the world. And like many heritage sites, it shows that preserving history is not just about saving old buildings. It's about honoring the lives, stories, and struggles of the people who built them. Sewell is gone as a living town, but in many ways it is more alive than ever. It survives as a symbol of Chile's mining heritage, a monument to engineering ingenuity, and a vibrant snapshot of human endurance high in the Andes. Thank you for joining us in the forgotten mining town of Sewell, a place hanging between sky and stone. If you enjoyed this journey, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us for more stories told in simple, beautiful English. This is Little English Studio, and we'll see you in the next adventure.